guys know the song. Been through the desert on a horse with no name. How simple is that? Been through the desert on a can't remember no name, 'cause there ain't no one to get. Pretty funny. Anyway, can we write it? Been through the desert in a car with no beer. There ain't no place to buy no beer. But, boys a beer. I'm glad I quit that. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys today about how to humble yourself. We're living in a hard time right now. A lot of people are kind of up in arms about the election. And I thought it'd be a good time to talk about it. Hang on a second. All right, set that down. Awesome. Just about humbling yourself. I was in a particular conflict with someone, and someone said, "Humble yourself. Just stay humble." And that kind of really resonated. So humbling yourself. The first thing that came to my mind, was talk about just letting go of ourselves. And what C.S. Lewis said is, humility is not thinking less of ourselves. It's thinking of ourselves less. Let me say that again. Humility is not thinking less of ourselves. It's thinking of ourselves less. Anyway, I started looking up words that have to do with it. But I want to draw this picture out first. Just kind of reminding me of, an eagle for some reason. And from the side, from a profile, it's not really that much of it's not that impressive, but from when it's overhead, you kind of get this huge, I should have had a picture of an eagle out here somewhere. This huge wingspan, like it's just, to see an eagle flying overhead is just really something to behold. I'm going to have to do a part 2 on this one. But, from the profile, it doesn't, what is that? And another thing about eagles is that, they want to get up here and the wind's blowing this direction. They'll go like this back and forth, kind of tack, like a sailboat would tack into the wind. And their heads are kind of moving around. They're looking around for something to eat anyway. So, yeah, this is the way wind works with a boat. Just say, for example, the wind's blowing like this. You go like, if your sailboat your sail's like this, the wind's going to bounce off and go like that, and it's going to push you this way. So what a bird will do is it'll do the same exact thing as a sailboat. And my point on this is that, the thing that you think you want, it's not always a straight shot. Somehow you have to go over here for a while, come over here, and then come up here, and then this thing you want up here, direction, this vision you have is up here. You have to go over here for a while. Maybe you get a different job that isn't really related to what you want to do exactly, but you do it anyway. So think about it, it's very profound. So I'm gonna have to erase this snow now. So let's see where I can move here. Let me take all this out. So how do we humble ourselves? How do we do this thing called life to humble yourself? Here's a song. I'll get into it later. So I'd say one thing, just kind of off the, is just joke around. I think of Rodney Dangerfield. He, no respect, right? Yeah, I can't get no respect, yeah. I went to 24-hour fitness and they told me they were closed. That is actually true right now. They are closed at night. So, yeah, we all like someone who's humble. You get an argument with someone, just joke around with them, just anything. You're kind of cute when you're upset. Or just something like that. And think of just lowering your self, and I want to add this ishness, kind of like what C.S. Lewis said, is think of others. I'm going to just kind of reverse others more than yourself. All right? Think of what's their point of view. Listen to people. Try and look for the good in somebody. Say this. In an enemy. It's like this, I just see people get so upset about Trump, and I'm like, you're making yourself sick over this, and I remember this one person, I was really attracted to her, and she's going on about Trump, and it just kind of like went downhill, because she just had just this scour on her face. She's just like, and she just looked 10 years older instantly. It was just wild. Anyway, so just look for the good in your enemies. Because see, if the thing is, if you're around someone who's really negative about somebody that isn't there, people start to ask themselves, well, when is it me that they're going to be upset with? Like, I'll say something not politically correct, and then, it's on me. So they're taking out their disappointment with a leader that maybe they had with someone earlier in their life. They were triggered by something. Anyway, so I say, look for the good in your enemies. Like one thing. I was reading about a guy who really hated this business owner, and he was advised by Dale Carnegie. He said, why don't you just find one good thing about the guy? And he found out he liked golf, and so they went golfing, and he got an order. It was a miracle. And then 4, we resist pride. People. And then we like humble. That's pretty down arrow. Then we like humble people. When you see a really great person, like I was watching Elon Musk, and he just seems so, lack of pride. He doesn't. I really haven't seen that much of him, but just from the videos I've seen, he's not really a great speaker, but he just has so much substance in what he has to say, and he's just thinking of other people. He says, well, I want to help out. I want to help, people out. And it's not a matter of his style, but his content and what he does. And that's, true. This is actually out of the Bible also. I'm not a Bible scholar, but God, it says in there that God resists prideful, but he likes humbleness, when people humble themselves. And even what Christ said, he said, take my yoke, meaning like like an ox yoke upon you, and learn from me, and I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. So when we are in that state of learning, we can find rest for our souls. And, some very humble people throughout history. If you look at Moses, he was considered the most humble man. And kind of want to draw this out one more time here, because something, the eagle here. Okay, so we have this eagle like this, right? And when we have an eagle with his wingspan, this huge wingspan, so if we just stay humble, we humble ourselves before God, or just, being a humble person in general, just don't have to be super spiritual or nothing. If you're just a humble person, when you're speaking, you're talking to others, and you come across as like not this big know-it-all and all this other, that people are just like impressed. Look at this huge wingspan. Look how far outreach this guy's reaching out across the world. It kind of reminds me of this radio program I saw that was going into the Middle East. They had spiritual recordings and Bible teachers, and trying to disarm this cult of Islam. But anyway, I just say, just be humble. Sorry, I don't want to offend people that are maybe Muslim here, but I just say be humble and be seeking. Yeah, when you're a learner, you can have rest, but if you think you know it all, you're not going to have any rest. What can anyone teach you? Nothing. So I would say just be humble, keep your sense of humor, lower your selfishness, thinking of others more of yourself than yourself, looking for the good in your others, resist pridefulness, and keep learning. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that, and then you'll have this impressive wingspan. All right, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Hope you like and subscribe.